Upon the successful completion of their initiate trials, a Jedi Initiate, the youngest of the ranks within the Order, would typically follow one of three paths. First, they could walk away from the Order entirely. Second, they could fail in being chosen as a Padawan to serve as an apprentice to a Knight or Master, and thus be sent to the Jedi Service Corps to serve the Order in an untraditional capacity. And third, they could be chosen as a Padawan by a Knight or Master to continue their path to knighthood. The pairing of a Master and a Padawan was viewed as an important act that occurred outside of the involvement of the Jedi High Council. Knights and Masters were to be guided by the Force alone in their choice of Padawan, and any intervention done by the High Council was performed in only the rarest of occasions, thereby continuing the Order's commitment and service to the Force and not the Council's authority. But then again, not all decisions could be left to the Force, as the Order also conducted a yearly tournament where Jedi Initiates were thrown into the Temple sparring arena and pitted against each other in lightsaber duels, as a means of obtaining the valued apprenticeship to a Knight or Master. In this video expose, I will describe the Jedi Temple Apprentice Tournament and explain how it was used by the Order to determine a Jedi's choice of Padawan. Okay, so Jedi Initiates weren't exactly thrown into combat, and the lightsaber duels themselves weren't relatively cruel or vicious, but nonetheless, the Order did host an annual tournament wherein combat was the primary means in which a Knight or Master determined who would become their Padawan for the next decade. Every year for roughly a millennium, and even carried out during the Clone War, the Jedi Order would sponsor an event known as the Jedi Temple Apprentice Tournament. The tournament was held in the Jedi Temple Sparring Arena, also known as the Combat Training Chamber, and was developed as a way in which Jedi Initiates could demonstrate their combat skills in order to attract the attention of a potential Master. Therefore, Knights and Masters would use the yearly tournament to assist in their search for a worthy Padawan. The tournament typically consisted of 32 Initiates engaging each other in a series of one-on-one lightsaber duels. A duel was ended and an Initiate would emerge victorious when they scored 3 burns on their opponent using a training lightsaber. Following the series of one-on-one duels, the final round would take a group of the best combatants in the tournament and have them duel in a free-for-all round, wherein the last Initiate standing was the winner of the tournament. Of course, the Apprentice Tournament wasn't ideal for those Initiates who were not gifted in lightsaber combat, and the Order knew this. To ensure that promising students were not relegated to the Service Corps simply due to their lack of combat skills, Jedi Consulars, those Jedi who favored the art of diplomacy and mediation over combat, typically skipped the tournament altogether. Instead, these Jedi would seek out the temple staff to find the most promising students, who they would then take as Padawans, finding validation in their studies rather than combat alone. But nonetheless, the Initiates were still often fearful that a poor showing in the Apprentice Tournament would result in them being rejected by the Knights and Masters of the Order. Therefore, they prepared themselves for the yearly tournament accordingly, as the winner would pretty much guarantee they received an apprenticeship, and even those who showed well would forego the undesirable path of the Service Corps. So there we have it, the Jedi Temple Apprentice Tournament that saw Initiates engaging in lightsaber combat to achieve the rank of Padawan. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions? Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. Or perhaps follow us on Twitter at SW Reading Club for updates regarding the channel. Or support the channel through Patreon for access to exclusive hangouts and book discussions. If not for me, for a career in the Agricultural Corps.